Our radar indicates the presence of an unknown planet, its familiar outline gracing our screens with a green blip. We first see sketches, the beginnings of atmospheric stripes, colorful, garish, and seemingly friendly. Or could these elements be dangerous to humans? We detect the presence of glass pixels in a bright shade of white, forming a pattern akin to static. What will become of these pixels? We'll have to get closer to find out. Still forming glass pixels, a medium hue sweeps along the surface to define one of the sections in a varied plume of greens. The swaths follow the original curve of color to define what appears to be a verdant valley. We see the same pattern for the pink swath across the surface, leading one to wonder, is this planet covered in cherry blossoms at the peak of their season? Or is this a perpetual cloud of storms, like those seen on Jupiter? As we continue our approach to this new world, dark pixels begin to dot the surface between our colorful stripes, giving hints of swampland or shady forests below. Getting closer, the southern hemisphere sees a fascinating interplay between light and dark. A patch of light here, then darkness there. Gradually, we see lighter areas marred by darker, crater-like structures across the bottom of the planet. Was this world bombarded with meteors? As the northern half of the planet comes into view, the same effect is in play. Rather than lightening and coming into focus, the surface seems to hide its secrets even further out of reach. And as that northern half sharpens in focus, so do the lines between the colored portions of the surface and the darker patches. Is there some sort of natural boundary dividing these ecologies? A surprise streak of yellow cuts through the greenery. These could be fields of wheat or autumn colors. On the other hand, it could be something more sinister infecting the forests below. Time will tell. Likewise, as our approach continues, the pink swath across the surface breaks out in streaks of soft violet, leading one to wonder what forms of alien life are interacting to create such a colorful display. The fog clears and a spheroid shape appears. The chaotic haze around the atmosphere has cleared, leaving hints of its presence in the dark bands crossing the planet's face. The clarity of our image improves further as we begin to see the terminator, the line defining day and night, crossing over the planet's left side. Even in darkness, the planet's features can be made out, leading one to wonder what kind of life forms may be creating their own artificial suns to stave off the dark of night. Rifts in the cosmos. cracks in the very fabric of space-time appear before us, much closer, and we may be swallowed whole, or transformed in ways we can't possibly imagine should we approach this horizon of existence. A bit further on, more cautious in our approach, we can see details come into focus on the planet's surface, and more ominously, the dimensional rift expanding behind it, trailing into infinity. Our approach to this world must come to an end, as the rift darkens its reflection of nearby starlight, and stars appear beyond the rift as it becomes deadly invisible. One day, this luminous globe may be swallowed whole, or in part, by the hungry maw of non-space. Only time will tell.